Even with the best of intentions, you may be making decisions that exclude disabled users. In this video, we'll review practical, intentional steps you can start today to create and share more accessible social media, digital, and multimedia content. M.A.W. Consulting LLC, making accessibility work. Subscribe and find us on Twitter. Social media posts. Social media is central to the world's conversations, so ensure you're not leaving anyone out. Tip 1. Use capital letters and hashtags. Punctuation helps text-to-speech tools like screen readers speak more accurately and helps with readability overall. This includes in hashtags where capital letters help distinguish words. Rather than all lowercase, make it a habit to capitalize every first letter of each word. Tip 2. Don't share just images of text. Images of text, such as your favorite quote or saying, can be difficult for people with visual impairments to read and don't allow people with reading difficulties to leverage text-to-speech read-aloud features. When posting these kind of images, also write out the text in your post. Tip 3. Use alt text features to describe images. Pictures are significant in social media, but also inaccessible to visually impaired readers unless they have text-based descriptions. When uploading, find the image description or alternative or alt text feature in the software you're using to write a description, such as this option in Twitter. For instructions across several platforms, review the alt text for social media article linked in the description. Also, when adding descriptions, don't write every detail, just enough to ensure everyone can understand your post and share in the image's meaning. For examples of alt text, read Scott Vinkel's considerations when writing alt text, also linked in the description. Tip 4. Limit your emojis. Emojis are great for emphasis and playfulness, but adding too many sounds cluttered with text-to-speech software. Also, when placed unconventionally, such as throughout a sentence, this can be distracting and hard to read for those with reading difficulties. For example, here's how one common strategy sounds with text-to-speech.
I clapping hands, no clapping hands, that's clapping hands, right.
Keep your emojis to the minimum needed to make your point, group them together, and move them towards the end of any text. Documents. Accessibility is not just for the web, but all of our digital content. Tip 1. Use a program's built-in styling features. Assistive technology doesn't interpret a page or document like people do with their eyes. It's reading the underlying code markup, which means simply making something look a certain way is not sufficient. When formatting a document or a presentation, use the style options in the program to provide the needed markup. For instance, use the numbered list button rather than just numbers with periods to format a list. Tip 2. Include document structure. Headings in documents and titles on slides provide a great way for everyone to preview, skim, and search content. Structure is particularly helpful for blind readers who may want to get an overview of the document before reading line by line. Include headings throughout a document and titles on every slide, and remember to use the actual heading and title features of the program, not simply stylized text. Tip 3. Add alt text to images. Just like social media, you can add alt text descriptions to images and documents as well. You'll typically see an input box to add descriptions grouped with other options when you insert the image, as in Microsoft Word's alt text option. Tip 4. Use accessibility checkers. Microsoft products, particularly Word and PowerPoint, come with a Check Accessibility option. Use this to double-check you've addressed key accessibility needs and help ensure your document is inclusive. Audio and video content. We all can create multimedia, but let's ensure we don't ignore the best practices. Tip 1. Have clear audio. Though all of our devices can record audio and video on demand, sound quality can vary, making it difficult for some to hear the content. Be sure to speak as clearly as possible, preferably at a steady pace and reasonable volume, and remove or avoid background noise including echo, empty room effect, humming, or white noise. Tip 2. Reduce background music. Instrumental music can enhance content's quality, but not when it reduces the ability to hear the main speaker. When using background music, keep it at a minimum, such as just during an intro, or if it's used throughout, ensure it's very low, think at the level of a whisper. Tip 3. Provide text with multimedia. As with images, video and audio can be engaging but also inaccessible without a text equivalent for people who are deafblind, have sensory processing disorders, or have hearing impairments. When there's media, make sure there's also text because having media content written out is vital for inclusiveness. Text equivalents can include transcripts that type out spoken dialogue or even an article that accompanies a video, as in the Everyday Accessibility article that's represented by this video. Tip 4, avoid flashing content. Content that flashes on the screen more than 3 times per second is dangerous as it can trigger a seizure in some viewers. Creating content comes with a responsibility to create safe content. Use rapid motion sparingly in your videos and ensure nothing flashes. You can use the Trace Center's photosensitive epilepsy analysis tool to identify seizure risk in web content and software. Lastly, advocate for accessibility. We have to work collectively to make inclusion happen. Tip 1, seek accessibility features. Actively search for, quote, accessibility in the tools you use every day, from survey creation sites to website design platforms. For instance, check out the Zoom accessibility page to learn about their built-in features. Understand what you can do to make sure your output is inclusive. Tip 2, ask about accessibility. If a system doesn't offer accessibility features, which is unfortunately very common, reach out to the company about their accessibility policy and roadmaps via the customer support channels. Customer pressure can help move accessibility to the front of a company's roadmap. Also, ask about it internally where you work and attend school. Don't leave this to just your disabled colleagues to take on. Tip 3, seek to learn more. There's a lot more to learn, and the more allies who know about accessible and inclusive digital practices, the more we can make a big difference for who can participate in our ever-growing digital spaces. One place to start your learning journey is the A11Y Project's resources page, linked in the description. For now, those are some tips to help get you started. Let me know how it goes in the comments, and let me know if you're starting to put these into practice. In the meantime, let's all try to be more aware of how to be more accessible. Until next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content of this video, please be sure to subscribe so you know when I've uploaded more content. You can also find me on Twitter at M.A.W. Consulting LLC. That's consulting without the I. Thanks again and see you soon.